Who's your top Joker right now?
We'll
I
see
think
this one.
Jared Leto beats this guy. Beats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
without a
Cal
doubt.
wasn't here, bro.
Okay,
No, Cal's
sorry,
here.
I
Look,
apologize.
for me,
No problem.
best Joker of all time. Okay,
Jack Nicholson?
No, the best Joker of all time. This is somebody who was actually doing the character aspect from the comic book.
Is-
Cesar Romero.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's the best
You
Joker.
lose
Oh my
two
god.
against one.
You don't remember the episode when he first
I
appears
heard, and I
and
don't
he's
wanna- I
singing
don't-
Pagliacci, and then they're like, and Batman's like, no, it can't be, and then he takes off, and he's just looking into the camera and he's laughing. As a kid, I was freaked out. I was like, oh my
Come on,
god.
man.
Okay, he was always laughing. That type of stuff. No, he couldn't kill anybody on the show, even though many people, and I don't understand why people never seem to get this. Even in the Silver Age, the Joker was always trying to actively kill Batman.
Yes.
It was just so. They played it for laughs so hard. He would leave him over here. We never thought he was going to die. If he died, then people were like, "Oh my God, the Joker was serious." No, he was always actively trying to kill him. So even though it may not have come across that way.
The death traps are them. And when as a kid, you feel like Batman could
We're
die.
not.
in
We're not
this
talking
death
about Batman from the 1960s. Let's try to get up until the 2000s.
Three
Who-
best Jokers. Three best Jokers for me in terms of. I'm going to leave Heath Ledger out. Okay, I'm just going to leave him out at the end of the day because that was a terrorist. That was not the Joker. Cesar Romero. Okay, Jack Nicholson. And then, as much as other people disagree with me, Jared Leto in Suicide Squad. That's the freaking
Okay.
Joker.
And I agree with you, but I think you forgot probably one of the most important ones there, Mark Hamill.
No, I'm not giving
Mark
Mark.
You're saying
Hamill
that
is gonna
because
get
it's
that because-
animated in comparison.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
I'm
Why
not doing
not?
that for the vote. I'm not doing that
Why
for the
not?
vote. Sofa.
Why not?
That's a totally different entity. If that's the case, then the best Superman is not Christopher Reeve. The best Superman I could easily say is whoever voiced him in those. No, what's this guy? I cannot remember.
Superman, Batman?
No, he's talking about in the Fleischer film.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Bud Collier. But I could say
There
the best
we
Superman was
go.
Bud Collier.
This is-
He would come
this is
over
going
there.
good.
He's the guy who Christopher Reeve decided he was going to aid when he comes over there, and he's Clark, and Clark goes, like, this looks like a job for Superman. That voice change right over there is where Christopher Reeve said, oh, there's a difference between these two characters. The voice, there's a whole acting thing, and that's what spoke to him as this guy who's coming out of Juilliard. So, two different entities at that point. Two different entities.
We've had the problem is when you say we saw off Joker again. There was so many good Supermans. The animated.
We're talking about Joker.
George Reeves, Christopher Reeves. As we go along, if you look at Henry Cavill, he has a great look for Superman.
And he's not half bad if given the chance.
I think
Too
Dean
bad
Cain
he's
was a
not
great
gonna get it.
Clark Kent for the period. But he was just very short as Superman. But we've had a good run of characters. Even the Superboys were kind of good.
Yes.
And
So,
Brandon
like-
Routh was good too.
Yes. Everybody's on his jockstrap now. They'll say, "Oh, look how good he looks! Look how good he looks as Kingdom Come Superman!
Well,
look
this
at
is-
that! He looks so good! He looks so bad!" And then in 2006, they couldn't. What is it? He was the great one in 2006. Everybody wanted to throw the great one on him. At the end of the day, I was like, "You guys are such hypocrites. All it takes is time and a good suit, and you guys are such hypocrites at the end of the day." No, for me again, two totally different things. And the voice.
So getting back to the Jared Leto.
voice actor work?
So Jared.
You
So
know
Jared.
you're talking about
so Jared
Joaquin.
Leto.
Jared Leto is a good Joker.
Yeah, I know a lot of people hated him because he's too urban, he's too hip hop. But I thought that he gave the impression of what the Joker would be, manic and crazy as hell.
If you took the Joker in the comic and you had him doing like hip hop stuff, everybody would love it. If he was coming over there and you had a cover and it would look like, if you had a cover and it looked like Jay-Z from the Black Album and it was the Joker, everybody would love it. So again, it's more hypocrisy on the end of the day. They didn't like it, okay, but I think a lot of people came in already saying, I'm not gonna like this. And that does happen with comic book fans a lot of the times. Okay, they just come in, I'm not gonna like this, this is not good. And then I'm like, why not? This is the Joker. This is,
Yeah.
this is the guy who fell into the vat. He's got Harley Quinn. He's doing all that.
He treated her badly.
He's doing all that over the top stuff that you expect from the Joker, which is what people look for. And at the same time, this guy will kill you in the drop of a heartbeat. I'm like, that's the Joker. What's the problem with them? You don't like Jared Leto. That seems to be the problem with it.
That's the other thing. It's like it's a sign of the times because someone decided that you couldn't have these sort of hijinks. Whereas if Jim Carrey was doing it, then we would understand it, or Andy Kaufman was doing this, we'd be like, well, we get it, because that's them. With Jared Leto, it was like, no, this is serious acting, and it's like, no, like you would let it go. I mean, they've let a million things of any gags that that gags happen in a movie, but somehow this became the bigger story, saying, "Hey, this guy's a total jerk," and not looking at the movie and saying, "All right, maybe those things didn't work for the cast, but what was on film?" And that's what I think gets lost. And when you see him and he's in there,
He had two good scenes. The
Yes,
scene where he
yeah.
kills the tattoo man, Common, and I love the way they played the whole thing because it's like Common looked at Harley Quinn like a second too long. The Joker caught him. He's like, okay, and I'm like, you're dead, buddy. You know, it'll be somewhere where you're dead. And then the scene where he's driving with Harley Quinn in the car,
Yeah.
and Batman comes through. That's straight out of the comic book.
Yeah.
And I'm still like, what was the problem? It's like, okay, obviously you guys just don't like Jared
Yes,
Leto.
yeah.
The gold teeth.
Especially if you're coming later and you're telling me, hey, Joaquin Phoenix, yeah, that's not like, how? How? Oh man, now I got this other thing you popped into my head with the Superman characters because they keep pushing Tom Welling and they always put him in a suit. And I'm like, that dude never wore the suit. And they all want to throw scat at Dean Cain. And I'm like, he wore the suit.
Yes, he
Dean
did.
Cain loved being Superman. What did he say
Yeah,
in the
he-
con over there? He's like, dude, call me anytime you want. I'll do it. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, he's like-
What's the name? Though Terry Hatcher said, "Who's always on time." Dean is always not on time.
Yeah. But he'll do it. He loves it, but
No, and then that sort of stuff right over here where, okay, you know,
good
they just, it doesn't make a whole bunch of sense to me at the end of the day. That's that's like the same treatment that they're giving like Jared Leto as a Joker, where you have one guy over here, and I was like, no, that's the character. That you may not like it, but that's the character. And then the other guy over here is like, hey, I ran around trying to do everything but be Superman for the last 10 years, and they're like, yeah, that was Superman. I'm like, no. Okay, don't worry. If you like Clark Kent, you're gonna have to watch that because Bendis is getting rid of him anyway.